Good morning Michigan.
صباح الخير ميشيغان.
هنبتدي الحلقة النهاردة بفضل شاكر.
لا يا سامح، نحن حنبتدي الحلقة فيروز.
نبتدي بفضل شاكر؟
لا يا سامح، فيروز.
ما كانت امبارح فيروز؟
سامح، التراديشن تبع البرنامج كل يوم ببلش فيروز.
تراديشن بالانجليزي؟
انجليزي يا سامح، وهو ده اللي عندنا.
طب بس عندنا حاجة مختلفة النهاردة.
صباح الخير يا ميشيغان.
جود مورنينج ميشيغان.
الأغنية، الخبر، التقرير والموضوع.
وفي كل مجال سيكون دائما لكم الاختيار.
من الاثنين وحتى يوم الخميس في بث حي ومباشر.
غداة كل صباح.
في تمام الساعة 8 صباحا وحتى 9 صباحا بالتوقيت الشرقي للولايات المتحدة
عبر
الأمريكية.
WNZK 690 AM.
صباح الخير ميشيغان.
ترقبونا.
صباح الخير ميشيغان.
Good morning Michigan.
صباح الخير ميشيغان.
Good morning and thank you for being with us. This is Khalil Hachem, editor via Michigan.com, the fastest growing digital business magazine in the Middle Eastern communities in Michigan. This show is brought to you in cooperation between Michigan.com and U.S. Arab Radio. Today is Thursday, April 2nd, 2020. The weather is cold. Temperature could reach near 60s. However, we're told we're going to have a great day today, and hopefully we can enjoy it, at least in the backyard. I know we can't go out, and we shouldn't go out. And we should observe the stay home order from the governor to make sure that we are safe and everybody is safe. It's very important that we curb the increase in cases here. So it's very important that we stay home. But we can go out to the backyard. We can walk around as long as we don't mix with with everybody else. I want to thank you for being with us. The number here is 248-557-3300. Please give us a call should you have a question or a comment. We'll be more than happy to you. As you well know, the number of cases in Michigan has doubled. I'm talking about the coronavirus. This has taken a huge toll on us, and it's increasing fast in the U.S. as well. The biggest pressure is on hospitals for medical treatment. We have been ordered to stay home, and most businesses are closed except essential ones. However, small businesses are bearing the brunt of the economic crisis brought on by the coronavirus pandemic. Most are either closed or operating on very limited basis. The federal government is providing loans and grants in small businesses in addition to assistance to employees. Is Khalil with us this morning?
Yes, he is.
Yes, I am. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Khalil. How are you?
Good. How are you, Khalil?
Wonderful. With us this morning is Khalil Rahal. He is the Assistant County Executive responsible for overseeing economic development activity, as well as facilities and real estate management while leading the county's legislative work in Washington, D.C., as well as in Lansing. We're glad that you're with us, Khalil. Could you tell us a little bit more about you and what you do at the county and how this pandemic is affecting your work?
Sure. Well, I'm an Assistant County Executive. I work for the County Executive, Warren Evans, who is the County Executive for Wayne County. Wayne County is the largest county in the state of Michigan, 19th largest county in the country. We have about 1.75 million people. We have 43 different municipalities. We are by far, the largest in population, the highest in density, the most diverse county in the state of Michigan. And we have a lot of different business activities. My job as an Assistant County Executive is I oversee a few different divisions, including some of the ones you mentioned, but not the least of which is economic development. And so it's sort of my job to make sure that our economy is humming and that the county is employing, good practices to encourage, the economy to get better. And so obviously the coronavirus, for health concerns, required the governor to put in executive orders and stay at home, orders, as you mentioned. That really hurts commerce activity right now. And it really hurts more than anybody small businesses. Majority of people in this world still work with a small business. And so, what you find is small businesses right now, it is April 2nd. So yesterday on April 1st, the rent was due, you have a small business still has their expenses. That hasn't changed, right? But their revenue is down dramatically and they need help. For bigger businesses, usually they plan for these kinds of events. At least they have some sort of rainy day fund. And they know they have the resources to go and get help. Small businesses don't necessarily have those resources to get assistance. And so, we at the county are thinking about this every day and how we can provide more assistance for small businesses.
So who's eligible, Khalil?
Well, depending on what program exists, any small business in Wayne County is eligible. Okay, it just depends on what program you're looking for. We have grant programs. Yesterday, Warren Evans and Mayor Mike Duggan held a press conference in Eastern Market at 3:00, announcing that they put in a joint application to the state, and they were awarded $1.6 million in small business grants. Those grants are for businesses that are 50 employees or less anywhere in Wayne County, okay? But you have to be affected by the coronavirus. Those grants are capped at $10,000, and applications to those grants are on our website, www.waynecounty.com. Again, anywhere in Wayne County. And if you apply right now, we will review your application and try to get you money and assistance as soon as possible. I will tell you that in one day of that application being online, we got over 1,000 applications. And so we're really, really excited about that program. And I think anybody in Wayne County, as long as you meet that criteria, is eligible. We have loan programs. About a week ago, Warren Evans made an announcement with the head of TCF Bank for an up to $10 million loan program, micro loan, between $5,000 and $50,000 at incredible interest rates, between 0 and 2% interest only for the first 6 months. Businesses that would be eligible for that program, you have to be under 100 employees or making less than $1 million in revenue. You have to be in a low-income area of Wayne County, and you've got to be affected by the coronavirus, suffering at least 25% loss in revenue. That program is maybe one of the most progressive programs we have seen in the country, and the reason why is because that program has the ability to give you a check within a week. Most of the other programs, the federal programs and state programs, every program is good, and there isn't enough money in the world to help. But all of them are well intended. The only difference really is that the TCF program is working with the private industry, and we can move a lot faster.
Yeah. Now, the first one, the grant, what do I need to provide to really, to qualify?
Yeah. So, obviously, history of your business, sometimes, particularly for the loans portion of it, your tax returns are very, very helpful because we have to be able to show that you've suffered a loss, right, compared to your business. You're going to have to show your payroll expenses, your employees. The money can be used to help pay your employees for payroll. The money can also be used for your mortgage payment or your rent or your utilities. And so if you suffered a loss, you've got to be able to show those kinds of documents. So any normal document that you would go for a typical loan, okay, that's what you want to provide. Now, these are assistance programs. So, certainly the institutions are looking to be more lenient than normal small business loans. That being said, we've got to take every precaution to make sure that every tax dollar that's being used is used effectively.
Absolutely. Is that the same case with the loan program as well?
Yeah, I mean, what I would tell anybody, okay, is you want to aim high. Hopefully, if you have to fall short, you fall short. You want to provide as many documents and as much information as you can. The grants, they're competitive. $1.6 million is not enough to help a county that has hundreds of thousands of small businesses, okay? And so what we need is for people to make the case, okay? We need people to apply online quickly and to provide as much information about why your business needs this money. The more documentation you can provide, the better case you can make.
Yeah. Now, what's the issue of, like, if, let's say, I got different emails from the state, from SBA, from the county, from and I just go ahead and apply to all of them? Or is there a duplication, or just go ahead and apply? I mean, all they can say is no.
That's a great question. One of the things that Warren Evans did this last year was, he made the county so much more healthy than it was in the past, that he started to invest in economic development. And so we hired many different business development managers. And in the crisis, we've reallocated internal resources to where now, all across Wayne County, we have 8 business development managers assigned to different cities, different regions. And their job is to help small businesses right now walk through all the different options that they have. You're 100% right. We have a grant program with the state. We have a loan program with TCF. We have another loan program with the state. And then there's the federal stimulus package. And so how is a small business supposed to know what their options are? Can they mix and match? Should they mix and match? Is it a good idea? If they can? These are all very valid questions. I can tell you that for the state programs, the grant and the loan of the state, you're not allowed to mix and match that. But you are allowed to mix and match it with the TCF county loan program. In the federal package, there are some things you can mix and match, and there are some things that you cannot. And so what I think is important is, if you have these kinds of questions, call our office, okay? Visit our website at www.waynecounty.com, click on the economic development page, and find out, who your business development manager is over that city. And our business development managers can listen to your situation and hopefully tailor a plan that's specific to your needs.
Wonderful. And on the personal level, people can apply for unemployment through the unemployment agency, and then they can get a certain amount of money. Then the feds are matching it with about $600, and that's totally different than what we're talking about small business here.
Yeah, I think to give you a sense of the world of assistance that's really out there, you have individual assistance, right? Personal assistance. And then you have, your small business assistance. For your small business assistance, like we just talked about, you have a grant program with the county, you have a loan program with the county, you have a loan program with the state, and you have the federal stimulus package, which provides forgivable loans, which I think is probably worth a discussion. But then, you have your personal assistance programs between the federal stimulus package and the state packages. What the governor did on a statewide level is she expanded unemployment benefits for different times and different categories of people to make sure, many people can qualify. There was a time people weren't sure if contractors would qualify, for instance, right? She's helped expand some of those rules. And then the feds came in on top of that and put about $600 a week for unemployment benefits, along with, making sure people got a check. If you're making less than $75,000, you're supposed to get a $1,200 check, right? And that phases down between $75,000 and $99,000, and then $500 for every child, that's under 17. And so there's so your personal assistance and your business assistance.
Before we continue with the independent contractor, we're going to take a short break. Please stay with us, and we'll be right back.
When it comes to reproductive medicine, IVF Michigan Fertility Centers are the recognized leaders. With locations in Bloomfield Hills and 5 other cities in Michigan and Ohio, IVF has experts in all aspects of the field. As a founding member of IVF Michigan Fertility Centers, Dr. Nicholas Shama is one of the leading reproductive endocrinologists in Michigan and Ohio. Dr. Shama has performed over 10,000 IVF cases and has helped thousands of couples fulfill their dreams of parenthood. American board certified in both obstetrics and gynecology and reproductive endocrinology and infertility, Dr. Nicholas Shama is a very caring, compassionate, expert physician that understands not only the medical but also the emotional toil of infertility on his patients. When it's time, get personalized care from Dr. Nicholas Shama at IVF Michigan Fertility Centers in Michigan and Ohio. Call toll-free 855-952-9600, 855-952-9600.
If halal is important to your family, you can trust that Miramar will offer not only the highest quality halal products, but the best tasting and healthiest foods that can be placed on your family table with confidence. Miramar is the first and oldest halal certified food brand in America, serving the Arab and Muslim community and offers a wide range of halal food products. Check out Miramar's halal food selection today by visiting Miramar's exclusive distributor, Ziad Brothers Importing at www.ziad.com.
The Rama Relief Foundation provides humanitarian aid into areas inside of war-torn Syria, as well as aid to the refugees who have fled to the neighboring countries in the Middle East. The foundation offers food baskets, container shipment, mental health, education, soup kitchens, and more. Go to ramarelief.org or call 248-990-4247. Any donation amount made to Rama will go to sustaining many lives. Call now 248-990-4247.
Welcome back and thank you for being with us. This is Khalil Hachem with Michigan.com. The number here is 248-557-3300. We're talking to Khalil Rahal from the county, and we appreciate your time, Khalil. I've been getting a lot of emails from different people saying we can help you apply for this. Do I need to hire someone to help me apply?
No, I think what I would recommend to everybody is to contact our office. We provide a very free service. We have excellent business development managers like Kamala Saflawi, Nasser Kayed, Wafat De Niro, our director, Ms. Meza. They speak many different languages amongst them, Arabic, Yemeni, Hispanic, and so we can provide a free service. And then we can advise you whether or not you need to hire somebody or not. You may need a CPA. You may need an attorney if you're going to get into certain agreements. And so there may be some financial advisor help that you may need. But I think if you call our office first, we can protect folks, from at least with some free advice first.
Absolutely. Now, independent contractors, they're very small companies. Somebody who is operating on their own, do these people also qualify?
Because unemployment goes through the state and not the county, they may qualify. And so, I think it's very, very important to understand both the state programs and especially with the federal stimulus package. These bills, particularly the federal one, are only hours old. They're only a few days old. And so the IRS, typically what happens is after a federal stimulus package comes out, the IRS will then interpret, what the provision in that bill means. And so people have to remember, this is over a $2 trillion stimulus package. We haven't had the opportunity to, sit and listen to the IRS interpretations of what these things say. We think we have a good idea. So I leave those caveats, but it's really important that everybody talk to the right agency. If you have questions about independent contractors and whether you apply for unemployment insurance benefits of the state, contact your state representative.
If I own a business, but I'm the only one, I don't have employees, I don't have, it's a company that I provide service, do I still qualify for any of these programs?
Absolutely. One of the things about the TCF loan program is the micro loans are between $5,000 and $50,000. And the $5,000 variety is for people like your situation where you're between 1 and 4 employees. And so you can still apply for the grant. Maybe it's worth just saying, the grant program is between, it's something under $10,000 that's available. It's taxable income, but it's under $10,000. The micro loan programs are between $5,000 and $50,000 at the TCF Wayne County program. The state program is between $50,000 and $200,000, and then for something more than that, you really want to take a look at the federal stimulus package.
Absolutely. Is there anything I haven't asked you that people need to know?
The only thing I want people to understand is, with sometimes these grants that are out there can benefit your business, and sometimes they can hurt your business. The grants sometimes can turn into taxable income, making it a one-time hit at tax time. So if you're a small business and you're taking on a lot of pressure, you really want some advice from a financial advisor or us, the one thing I will tell you is there's some loans that have better terms than grants. And the federal stimulus package, you should know, has loans that are available that can be forgiven that do not turn into taxable income. So it's really important that you contact a business development manager at Wayne County and let us try to help as much as we can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're going to have all that information. We already have quite a bit of wealth of information on our website. And if you log into Michigan.com, it is there. If you log into the county, how can people reach you, Khalil?
You can just contact our office, www.waynecounty.com. There's a general email question page. On all of our websites, you will find all the programs that we talked about today and a direct link to those websites. So if you send our office an email and give us your location, a business development manager will follow up with you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to be with us. I know you're a busy man today. You have a meeting, and I just can't thank you enough, Khalil.
Anytime. Big fan of yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
Life is a nonprofit charity that's provided humanitarian aid and development to people and communities for over 25 years, regardless of race, color, religion, or cultural background. When disaster occurs here or around the world, Life for Relief and Development rushes in to provide food, medical aid, and shelter to those in need. Please help improve these efforts. Make your tax-deductible donation to Life now at lifeusa.org or call 248-424-7493.
When you're looking for the best in optical care, Dr. Imad Nakash is your doctor to see. With years of experience and thousands of successful procedures performed, you can trust your eyes to Dr. Imad Nakash. See Dr. Imad Nakash and his professional staff for your eye care needs. There's 2 locations to serve you. In Hazel Park, call 248-336-3937. 248-336-3937. In Rochester Hills, call 248-299-3937. That's 248-299-3937. Are you going to start a restaurant or grocery store soon? Do you need floor plans and designs? Call Naji Abood at 734-744-9796. Do you want to buy kitchen and restaurant equipment at discount prices? Call Naji Abood now, 734-744-9796. New Concept Products and Design, the trademark of kitchen equipment. 5% discount on all purchases of $75,000 or more. New Concept Products and Design, new location, 31185 Schoolcraft in Livonia. Learn more at www.newconceptproducts.com. Call Naji Abood, 734-744-9796.
Kashat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab offers a great array of your favorite Mediterranean meals. Meals range from lamb specialties, shawarma sandwiches, seafood dinners, and they offer special big trays of your favorite food, plus much more. Kashat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab address is 32839 Northwestern Highway in Farmington Hills. Their phone number is 248-538-9552. That number again is 248-538-9552, and the supermarket is open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Kashat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab will definitely leave you satisfied.
Welcome back, and thank you for being with us. This is Khalil Hachem, and we're talking about the different financial help and what is really going on in regard to response to the pandemic that we're dealing with and the different situation that we've had. With us this morning is Brigitte Jaward Hachem, and she has been in the loan industry for some time. Good morning, Brigitte.
Good morning, Khalil. How are you?
How are you? Good, good. Thank you for being with us. I appreciate you taking the time to be with us.
Thank you, Khalil.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of talk about what you can do with your mortgage, what you can do with some of your, financial obligations that you have. What's the best way to deal with that right now?
Just to let the listeners know that I've been in the industry about 30 years, and we've seen something like this happen 10 years ago when we went through the crisis of the housing. And this is a little different because we're dealing with something completely different. It might be worse than what we had 10 years ago. What's going on with a lot of lenders are offering forbearance for mortgages, as you've heard, and a lot of companies are offering a deferment on loans and credit cards. The thing about the forbearance is what they're saying is they will defer for 3 months the mortgage payment, and 3 months at a time up to 1 year. And after a year, those those payments that are due will be remodified and put at the end of the loan. I mean, there's a positive thing to it, is it helps relieve people from in these times. But the only thing that we have to watch for really is how it's going to affect the credit. The lenders are saying that they're not going to report, but I'm also hearing things and reading somewhere else that there is a chance that there will be negative reporting on the credit. That's the only downside to it. We have to be very careful about that and actually monitor that situation.
Now, shouldn't the federal government ask these people not to report it, or they usually they can do whatever they want?
Well, with what's going on now, and it's chaotic. This happened so fast, and nobody was ready for it. These lenders are not ready for it. Before, when this happened 10 years ago, everybody was reported negatively because there's a lot of things that fell between the cracks that we don't know about. So I've had people that I've called in to modify, to do a deferment, and never got anything back. They called me back and said that the lenders did not contact them. They had to recontact again to get the ball rolling in reference to that. So nothing is clear yet. We have to be very careful and actually do monitoring on this to make sure that it doesn't happen. The lenders are saying they're not going to report and that, but we don't know yet. We haven't tried yet. Well, we will know it about
because we don't know. We don't know how many employees they have. We don't know if they're doing things the right way or not, and it could be done automatically because some of the stuff are set up automatically. It could happen automatically, and it takes months. Well, is that correct? It takes months to get something off the record.
Yes, it takes months, of course, and sometimes it doesn't get corrected correctly either.
Yeah.
So we have to be very careful about that. I've had a few clients that call me. I've helped them with this deferment or forbearance process. I actually been on the phone for an hour or two for them. And then I never heard anything. They called me back, and after we started 10 days ago.
Yeah.
And after I called, they don't have it on record. So we had to restart the process again.
Yeah.
So everything is chaotic right now.
I called several times, and I really didn't get hold of anybody.
Yes, the best thing to do is to set up an online, to set up the mortgage account online and send a message internally. This way, at least there's a record that you're trying to get a hold of someone for that.
I see. And now this mandate goes to all of the loans that are backed by the government. Is that correct?
Yes. These are all Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loans, not the private loans, not the other kinds of loans. It's more FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, conventional. Pretty much 90% of the government-backed loans are 100%, I must say, but 90% of the loans are government-backed that we normally offer to clients. So everybody will qualify for this. It is an opportunity to remodify a loan without going through refinance. But the key thing to do is when somebody calls in for forbearance, make sure that to let the lender send them a modification package at the same time while the forbearance is going on. So it's an opportunity to refinance. I'm in the mortgage business. I shouldn't say this, but for the benefit of for all, it's a chance to remodify the loan to a lower interest rate, lower payment while the forbearance is going on. So the key maybe is not to let the forbearance go on for a long time, but take advantage of them looking at it within the next 90 days before it hurts credit any further if there is going to be any negative credit reporting. We will know in about a month or two, but that's the chance we're going to take if there's going to be, or I must say the borrowers must request the lender to send them a letter to confirm that there'll be no negative rating. That will probably be one of the best routes if they have the time to do that at this point.
Absolutely, absolutely. So basically, before, when thinking about deferment, also trying to have the plan so you can remodify. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay that money all at once. Is that correct?
Yes. Otherwise, after 12 months, you have to either pay that at once. But what they're saying, and I'm seeing, and nothing is, I don't have anything yet. It's confirmed that those 12 months will be added to the end of the loan, and the loan will be remodified. Okay. It's something that has to be really followed up very thoroughly by an individual that's thorough. If they're not good at this, have somebody professional that will help them follow up on the process.
Yeah. This is, as you said, I mean, it's just something hit everybody. Nobody was prepared for it, and the key is follow up. And you may have to be on the phone for hours, but you're at home. Take care of it. Do what you need to do. Get advice. If people need to reach you for any information, what's the best way to reach you, Brigitte?
Yeah, I will give out my mobile number, which is 313-825-4187. Again, it's 313-825-4187. It's Infiniti One Corp. Just to let you know that we've been through this 10 years ago when I went through this personally, and I know how this modification process goes and how the deferment and forbearance and all of that. I mean, forbearance, we have to be very careful about that because in some cases there is a deed in lieu where the lenders can ask for the proper foreclosure process, which will be faster.
Yeah,
so they have to be careful what they're signing.
Exactly.
But in this case, it's going to be a deferment, forbearance, modification. And just to let you know, refinances and purchases and financing is still ongoing. It's not like it stopped. So people that want to refinance or are able to continue this and they still have income and they do not want to do the deferment or forbearance, the rates are low. It's also a good time to refinance. But we just have to watch and see how things go in reference to the only thing I'm worried about is negative reporting. That things fall through the crack and these lenders, especially these smaller lenders or servicers that are servicing these loans, do not do negative reporting on this. And that's what we really have to watch for.
Absolutely. Keep checking your your credit to make sure that it's not impacted. Well, Brigitte, give us the number one more time, and I really want to thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you so much, and everybody stay safe, and we hope we pass this unknown war very soon and move on with our normal life. It's 313-825-4187.
Thanks again. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much, Khalil, and have a great day.
You too, by now. And I want to apologize to Daryl, who was with us at 8 o'clock, and we couldn't get to him right away, and I hope that he calls back. I urge you to call back, and so we can get you on. Thank you so much for calling. And Dylan, why don't we take our commercial break right now? Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
مركز طب رهاب للعلاج الطبيعي بإدارة الدكتور محمد فرح حسين، أخصائي العلاج الطبيعي بخبرة أكثر من 13 عاما. طب رهاب يقدم خدمات العلاج الطبيعي وإعادة التأهيل، ويضم مجموعة من أفضل أخصائي التشخيص الدقيق للحالات المرضية، مع خبرة عالية في التعامل مع الحالات التي تحتاج إلى إعادة تأهيل وعناية خاصة بعد العمليات والكسور. طب رهاب يستقبل كل الحالات المتعلقة بألم الرقبة، الظهر، المفاصل، شلل الوجه، الانزلاق الغضروفي، عرق النساء، الحوادث وإصابات العمل. خبيرات في المعالجة النسائية لخصوصيات تامة للسيدات. عندما تبحثون عن رعاية متميزة اقصدوا طب رهاب للعلاج الطبيعي، الواقع على 15001 ميشيغان افنيو. وللمواعيد اتصلوا على 313-846-0555. That's 846-0555. مرحبا سعيد.
اهلا علا.
ليش هالمقابلة الفاترة هي؟ بيقول المثل لاقيني ولا تغديني.
يما زعلتي، شنو رايك اذا لقيتك وايضا غديتك باحسن مطاعم ميشيغان، مطعم عشتار؟
والله فكرة، افضل الاطباق والمقبلات العربية والعراقية واحلى ملقا.
ولا تنسين اللحوم الطازجة مباشرة من ملحمة عشتار لزباين عشتار، وملحمة عشتار توفر اختيارات متنوعة من كافة انواع اللحوم وباسعار متميزة وجودة ايضا مميزة. ملحمة عشتار تقع على 36865 راين رود في مدينة ستيرلينغ هايت.
واكيد احلى لمة واطيب لقمة في مطعم عشتار اللي عنوانه 3625 15 مايل رود في مدينة ستيرلينغ هايت. هاتف 586-698-2585 586-698-2585.
يلا علا،
يلا عشتار، للجودة وكرم الضيافة عنوان.
مطعم عشتار.
إلي ساعة عم بستناك مشان نروح نتغدى بالشام.
الشام؟
إيه بالشام ومو بالشام.
شلون صارت هي؟
بدل ما نروح نتغدى بالشام
ايه
جابوا لنا الأكلات الشامية الطيبة لعنا لهم.
وشلون بقى؟
هذا مطعم دماس عم يعمل كل الأكلات الشامية الطيبة هو.
طيبة؟
طيبة كتير.
شرفوا نتغدى سوا بمطعم دماس.
الأكل الشامي الأصيل فقط بدمس كوزين. زوروهم على 28841 أورشاد ليك بفارمينغتون هيلز، ولطلباتكم اتصلوا على 248-987-4609. That's 248-987-4609. دمس كوزين and catering، جبنا لكم الشام لعندكم.
Welcome back and thank you for being with us. This is Khalil Hachem with Michigan.com. Thank you again for being with us. We're talking about the impact of the pandemic, the coronavirus, us personally, and on our wallets and on businesses. And earlier we've had Khalil Rahal with us from the county, and he talked about, what can businesses do to get some help and relief. And there are all kinds of help out there. We have it on our website. We're detailing what you can do and what kind of help you can get. There are loans, there are grants, there are personal help in which you can apply for, and you can apply for unemployment in addition to what you get from the state. You also get from the federal government a match. If you are an independent contractor, I was on the site earlier today, and they said that, within a few days, you can apply for, we don't know what the criteria are. Just keep in mind that we're dealing with something totally new. So we really don't know what is going on. And, we're just waiting for them to let us know what we need to do. Also, keep in mind that, don't get frustrated. Don't get upset because you're staying at home and somebody else is working from their home to provide you that information. So it's important that we have, a little bit of patience and try to be persistent, keep calling, and we can navigate through this hopefully and see how we can, first thing is we have to take care of our health. We have to take care of our health, we have to take care of our families, and then we have to take care of ourselves so we can stay healthy, we can survive this. This is a serious issue. You go out there and, and then you can get the virus. You bring it home, bring it to your family, and it would disrupt your life forever. You don't want to do that. We have one of the highest or second highest deaths in this state, in Michigan, in the nation, that is in Michigan. I think New York's still number one, but we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So the number one is to stay healthy. Number two is to, try to defer some payments if you can. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you know what you're signing, so you don't find yourself 6-7 months from now having to pay $1,000 all at once, and you don't have that. So, you don't know, ask. There is a lot of help out there. Google it. We underestimate what Google and things can really do for us. It's very important to really do that and understand what you're doing. I know we all want relief right away, but at what cost? Just like Khalil was saying, Khalil was saying is that, well, the grant is available. You don't have to pay back, but it may carry provisions that may not be good for you. It may affect your taxes. So whatever you do, try to make sure you talk to your accountant, you talk to your tax person, you talk to everybody to make sure you're covered. You need to plan far ahead. This is only a stop. We're going to survive this, but we want to make sure that we survive it well. So whatever you do, make sure that you do it right and you do it the right way. If you don't need the help, don't go for it. Leave it for people who need it. Okay. I know that some people are tempted. Oh, this is a great time, to get this loan, to get this grant, to get this, to get that. I know how to do this. Please don't be selfish. If you don't need it, don't. Same thing. On the personal level, there are a lot of people who are offering support for each other out there. If you don't need the assistance, you really don't need don't do it. Don't go out there. Don't stand in lines if you don't have to, because you're doing yourself a favor and you're doing everybody else a favor. But by not being out there and by not exposing yourself to the virus and then exposing others, because you may have the virus. Okay, you may have the virus, but it might affect you, but it could affect others. So again, resources, although $2 trillion may sound a lot, resources are limited. Okay, if you don't need the help, don't apply for it. But if you need the help, go ahead and apply for it. And there are people out there who are really, really hurt. Okay, they're very hurt. They need it. The small businesses really need it. Okay, and it's important that we try to be what's the word I'm trying to think of? Try to be as good a human being as possible. Pandemics, wars, whatever it is, this is a test for us. This is testing us. And I hope that it brings the best, in us, not the worst in us. And I understand that everybody is busy. I understand that everybody is kind of concerned about their financial situation. But there are people who are better off than others. There are people who have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank. Others don't. There are people who are living from paycheck to paycheck, and this thing is gonna knock them out cold. So these are the people who really need the help more than others. Dylan, Jerry is on the line. He has a question.
Yes, he's on the line.
Okay, Jerry. Good morning. What's the question, please?
Good morning, Mr. Khalil Hachem. I hope you're doing okay and your family and everybody from these crises. Mr. Khalil Hachem, the early of the week, I did spoke to Ms. Layla Al-Husseini. I spoke yesterday with Naib Abdullah Hamoud and Mr. Adil.
What's the question, Jerry? Please, we don't have a lot of time.
My question, Mr. Khalil Hachem. Lately, a lot of American citizens, purchasing firearms. And this is a very serious situation against the safety of all the community. It includes the Arab Chaldean community who own businesses, gas stations, grocery stores. And Ms. Layla Al-Husseini, we discussed it, and she told me, Mr. Jerry,
what's the question,
Khalil Hachem, it brings a chief of police, Mr. Ran Hatta, to tell us how we deal with the people owning firearms nowadays. That would be danger for our families, our community.
We'll definitely look into that and see if we can get the chief on. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it. Thank you for your call and for your concern.
Mr. Khalil, in the meantime, through your radio, I want to extend my goodwill to Mr. Mike Shefkat to get well. And I want to say salute to your producer, Dylan Arabu, too. Thank you, Mr. Khalil Hachem.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you.
Be safe. Thank you.
Yeah. This is really a good question that, in regard to safety, and we'll definitely have the chief with us at a later time to address safety and what we can do to stay safe during tough times. And, we got to keep in mind, we're all home. We have to practice common sense safety measures and, lock your door, lock your windows. I don't know about you, but I do this almost every night before I go to bed. I make a round on the first floor and I make sure, check all the windows are locked, the door is locked, because I don't know, my kids could open one of these windows and then end up leaving it open and like a free access for thieves to come in and violate your privacy and violate, your rights. And you don't want to do that because when somebody comes into your home, then you're not going to feel safe. Make sure that the other thing when I was talking to the chief last time was the fact that a lot of people leave their cars open. If you leave your car open, this is a quick invitation or an open invitation to thieves to break into it. Don't do that. Lock it. Lock your cars, lock your doors, lock your windows, specifically on the first floor. Keep your possessions in and, try to protect yourself as much as possible. And now we're staying home, it takes a toll on us. And what can we do to really, maintain our sanity? The kids are home, so we're trying to establish some kind of an order in which the kids can get up and do what they have to do, get ready by 9 o'clock, by 10 o'clock. They're sitting at the table and they're doing their homework. Schools are sending their homework, and they're doing their homework, and then they're doing what they're supposed to do. And then if they could do some extra, that'd be good. I know some parents would like their parents to, their children rather to do, to keep their kids at the table studying all the time. It's not going to work. If you get 70, 80%, 60% of them at this time, it's great. Keep in mind that you're not trained to do this. Okay. You're a parent. You're not trying to do this. So try to, learn how to do it or be as patient as possible. Communicate with the teacher. Make sure you're doing that. Make sure that you follow up with the teacher on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. Make sure your children are doing what they're supposed to do. What else can you do to really maintain our sanity at home? It's, again, maintain a daily schedule. It's very important. Try to be as organized as possible. I know it's easier said than done, but at least we can try, and make sure that we're healthy. We're eating good, healthy food. We're staying away from processed food. We're staying away from refined sugar. We don't want to emerge out of this with bigger problems, health problems. We don't want to do that. Temptation is great. Try not to, to avoid junk food as much as possible. It's just, I'm not saying we should do it. I'm not saying that don't eat any at all, but try not to. Try out new recipes. We're at home, we have time, and try out new recipes. See if you can develop something different, something good for your family. I tried this and it's really, really good, and I do it early in the morning, and which is affirmation of positive things. Try to affirm certain things that are really good for you. Write a daily journal. What's going on? What are the things that I want to do today? What are the things I'm going to do this week? Our blessings are always a lot more than, than the bad things that go on in our lives. We always have a lot more blessings. We always have more positive than negative. So let's focus on the positive and then try to stay away from the negative. Reach out to loved ones on social media. There are a lot of apps today that can allow you to keep in touch with your friends, with your, with your family, with your relatives, whether here locally or overseas. That helps a lot. So, and it keeps you connected. And today, with today's technology, you can see them, they can see you. I call my family almost on a daily basis. I call my friends. I have this schedule where I call different people every day. So whoever I call today, I'm going to call next week. I'm going to check on them. I'm going to make sure they're okay. Check on your neighbors. Check on people that, there are always ways where you can help. A lot of organizations are providing support. See if you can help your neighbors who can't get the support, and maintain your distance. Okay. If you need to bring something to them, just put it on their porch, call them, and then follow good procedures. I was looking yesterday at some information on how do you bring grocery inside the house, and then my wife and I were talking about this, and then we figured out we watched a little video, and then it says you bring it in. If things that you don't need right away. You can leave it for, a day or two outside of the house, and that hopefully can get rid of the virus if there is any virus attached to it. The stuff you bring in, you can wash with soap and water, you can wipe. So try to do things like that to minimize the exposure to the virus. This is a great time to organize at home. I've talked to a lot of people, and what they're doing is they're just doing their spring cleaning. And, today the weather is nice. It's a good day to do it. Some people are doing some yard work. Some people are doing some fixing around the house. As long as you don't have to go to the store, it's important to do that. Sitting on the couch and then trying to consume bad news is counterproductive. You don't want to do that. It's going to weigh, when it's down on you, it's going to bring you down, and you don't want to do that. Whether you rely on religious sayings or narratives, the importance of that is huge. And whether you rely on studies, there are a lot of studies who would tell you that taking the time to really do that spiritual connection, meditation, whatever you do at that level, that connection, that you have with inner connection with the Lord, connection with whatever you believe in, it will go a long, long way, because this is something very important. And there are a lot of evidence that shows even during sane time, during normal times, that these things are very beneficial. Again, connecting, with your inner self, connecting with nature, these are very important things. Please be safe. There's a lot of information on our website, yamichigan.com. If you don't find what you need, send us an email and see how we can find it for you. Thank you, Dylan, for a great job. And I want to thank Khalil for being with us, Khalil Rahal from the county. And I want to thank Brigitte for being with us as well from Infiniti Group Financing. And if you need help, she's one of the great people to really get help from. Again, I want to wish you a great weekend, the rest of the week. Enjoy your week. Today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Enjoy it. Be safe. Stay home. Thanks again, Dylan. And thank you so much. Bye now.